This is a second and third stimulus check update. Joe Biden recently spoke about his new multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package, which will include $2,000 stimulus checks. I'll play the clip of that. So far, there is one Democrat senator who is opposing the idea of $2,000 stimulus checks. With the $600 stimulus checks, multiple tax prep companies are now saying they fixed the error with the IRS and will be releasing 14 million stimulus checks. Mitch McConnell late last night sent a memo to senators talking about the procedures for President Trump's impeachment. I hope you're having a great day so far. Have a lot of important news to cover, so let's just get right into it. I want to get your opinion on this first. So Twitter bans President Trump permanently from Twitter. This isn't a temporary block, but this is permanent. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Is this an impediment of freedom of speech, or because it's Twitter's platform, they could do whatever they want? Should he have been banned? Should he have not been banned? I'm really curious about your thoughts down in the comments below. His very last tweet was to all of those who have asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th. And after that, Twitter blocked the account. Since taking office, President Trump has sent out over 56,000 tweets. Moving on, jobs report just came out yesterday, and 140,000 jobs were lost in December. All of them were women. Really shocking news here. So basically, what happened was women accounted for all the jobs lost, losing 156,000 jobs, while men gained 16,000 jobs. You could see in the chart here, women have lost more jobs, and they haven't really recovered or come to the same level as men. A lot of theories of why this could be happening. I'm not really sure, but let me know your thoughts on this down in the comments below. Moving on to the $2,000 stimulus check. So Joe Biden spoke about his multi-trillion-dollar stimulus plan, and it does have checks. He spoke about unemployment aid. He spoke about more money for small businesses. So basically, he said that we need to provide more immediate relief for families and businesses now. The price tag will be high. Here's that clip right now of him talking about the $2,000 stimulus check.
For millions of Americans. We're also going to need tens of millions of dollars to help reopen our schools and reopen them safely. State, local, tribal communities need tens of billions of dollars to keep educators, police officers, firefighters, and other first responders and public health workers on the job. We need more direct relief flowing to families, small businesses, including finishing the job of getting people that $2,000 in relief, direct payment. $600 is simply not enough when you have to choose between paying rent, putting food on the table, keeping the lights on. I also hope that Democratic control of the House and Senate will raise the odds of prompt action on increasing the minimum wage.
Joe Biden said this upcoming week he will release the details of this multi-trillion-dollar stimulus package. Joe Manchin, who's a senator from Virginia, and he's a Democrat, said that he absolutely opposes Biden's stimulus checks, and then he walks back on it after the stock market dipped. So basically, Joe Manchin, he is the guy who is behind the bipartisan stimulus package, which did not include stimulus checks. He didn't say he didn't want stimulus checks, he just never included it and said maybe they'll include it later on. So he hasn't really been a big proponent of stimulus checks compared to, let's say, Bernie Sanders. What he did say is, I don't know where in the hell $2,000 came from. I swear to God, I don't. That's another $400 billion. And when asked if he supported it, he said absolutely not. But to give some more context, he then said, or actually right after he said that, you could see the stock market dipped a lot because basically the stock market is all depending on any stimulus news at the moment. So if we hear news of a stimulus check coming, stock market jumps up. If a stimulus check is not coming, that's when the stock market dips. Pretty much. Joe Manchin said that he walked back on this and said that he wanted to support vaccine distribution first and then stimulus checks, which doesn't really make much sense, but he opposes it. Moving on to the $600 stimulus check. The tax prep companies have said that they process millions of stimulus checks and people should start to receive their stimulus checks now. So this affected up to 14 million people who have had delays. So the IRS released the information or released the stimulus checks, but it was kind of held in limbo between TurboTax, H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, as well as a lot of the other tax prep companies. So TurboTax said stimulus payments for millions of TurboTax customers affected by the IRS error will be deposited starting today. This was said yesterday. And then for H&R Block, it resolved the matter for our clients earlier this week. So let me know down in the comments below if you have done your taxes through any of these tax preparer companies. Have you received those stimulus checks? I got a comment yesterday from Shelly Simpson saying, "Hi David, my daughter used TurboTax and received her stimulus check today at 5 p.m. It was sent out to a wrong account at first, so I hope that everyone will get there soon." Thank you so much for letting us know, Shelly. This really helps out the community. So I have been seeing more comments of people getting their stimulus checks yesterday, this morning from TurboTax. So that is good news. Moving on. I said this yesterday, but it's really important that you know this. Second stimulus checks, 8 million people will be receiving the prepaid debit cards. According to the IRS, this is what the prepaid debit card looks like. So even if you received a direct deposit or a paper check the first time around, you can receive one of these debit cards. This is what it looks like in the envelope. So don't throw this out. Be on the lookout. Even if you got a direct deposit with the first stimulus check, be on the lookout for this type of packaging. Don't throw it out. If you feel something hard in any package, just keep it. It could be that. And if you do get it, this is the website, eipcard.com. If you want to figure out more information, how to use it, how to check your balance, log in, how to pay your bills with it, this website has all the information you need. Now let me just answer a couple of questions that you have left me. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer it in the next video. So Dottie Bryce asks, "I have a question. A friend of mine didn't get the first check because they owed child support. From what I've heard on here, they should be getting it this time. However, when they go to the Get My Payment tool, it says not available, as if they aren't getting it. Aren't they supposed to get it this round?" So I have noticed, just based on the comments on this video, on my videos, that people who owe child support did get this second stimulus check, even though they didn't get the first stimulus check. So it looks like they fixed something there. Now, if the Get My Payment tool is saying status not available or payment not available or information not available, that just means that the IRS hasn't updated the system yet with your information, with their information. So if you go to the Get My Payment tool, even regardless of child support or anything like that, if it says information not available, it just means that they didn't update it. They update it every night, so check it one time a day. They update it every 24 hours, just one time in the morning, and that should be good. Hopefully they update the information. So he should be getting, or he or she should be getting it. Another question here. Deanna Masbach says, "My daughter moved and changed her address. Will they forward it? Please reply to my question." Yeah, so the IRS is going to send the stimulus check to whatever address they have on file. If it gets forwarded to the new address, that's great. But if it gets sent back to the IRS, then it's probably going to be delays. And then hopefully in the future, they'll have something in their software, their Get My Payment tool, where you can update the address or maybe contact someone. But at this time, if the stimulus check is delayed and it said it was sent, then there's going to be delays and you have to wait for the IRS to respond to that. Moving on, Mitch McConnell has circulated a memo with procedures to the Senate late last night for the second Senate impeachment of President Trump. So basically what's happening here is a lot of Democrats, including Nancy Pelosi, want to impeach President Trump. Even though he only has 11 days left, they want to impeach him. They want to invoke the 25th Amendment, saying that he's not fit for president. But Mitch McConnell sent out a memo late last night talking about how the Senate rules for impeachment require 1 p.m. on the next day. Managers have to exhibit articles. There's a lot of technicalities here, but basically what he's talking about is that President Trump won't be impeached until after Joe Biden is inaugurated. What he said in the memo is the Senate trial would therefore begin after President Trump's term has expired, either 1 hour after its expiration on January 20th or 25 hours after its expiration on January 21st. So let me know down in the comments below, is this impeachment if President Trump is going to be out of office when the impeachment finally happens? To me, in my opinion, I think they should just use their time for something better. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Obviously, if you support President Trump, you're not going to want the impeachment. But if you're not a fan of President Trump, should they go through with this impeachment process or just leave it alone because he's out in 11 days? In my opinion, I just don't think it makes sense with the timeline. He won't be impeached until he's out of office and Joe Biden is in office. So To me, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To cheer you up and brighten your day a bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is Belle. This is the tip of the day. I want to tell you one thing that is so funny about me. I'm back! So, get to something else. When you feel really a little bit down, you should call a friend or a family member, because then you could feel more better. Like I have this here. That's all I want to speak to. Bye.
And if you want to learn a quick, easy, and safe way of how to make guaranteed money, I recommend clicking this video over here. It's on my Wise Cents channel. I go through the process of how I was able to make $2,000 in just 24 hours through something called bank account bonuses. So click that video now if you want to learn more about it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.